Tell us your name, chat. This is where it all began. Right on this screen. This is history right here, chat. Here we go. You sleep softly as the morning sun casts a warm glow through the window of your modest student apartment. The world is peaceful and serene. You could stay in the moment forever. Or you could wake up now! Your first day of culinary school is no time to sleep in, chat. Smack that clock up and at 'em. Or throw the clock out the window and stay in bed forever.
Chicken Crusade cheered 50 bits. Hey look mom, I'm on TV. Points at the poster.
Fuck this, we're staying in bed. 5 more minutes. You slept through the school year and gave up on the once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to meet Colonel Sanders. A whole year? What? What happened? Okay, let me, like, somebody came into your room and, like knocked you into a coma or something, right? Yeah, model reveal time. What the fuck is that? KFC hyperclap? What the fuck is that emote? That's amazing. Hold on, you can't see it on screen. Let me refresh the chat. There you go. Oh my god. All right, chat. All right. Let's try it again. We got to try it again. All right. For real this time, all right? We have a goal, okay? I didn't dress like this for myself, okay? We have to woo Colonel Sanders. And if we're going to woo Colonel Sanders, you got to think like Colonel Sanders. And to think like Colonel Sanders, you got to dress like Colonel Sanders, okay? Colonel Sanders is a very narcissistic man. All right? This. All right, you sleep. World's peaceful and serene. Or you can wake up now! Smack that clock up and at 'em. Lying in bed, you stare at the ceiling, thinking about everything that awaits you at the prestigious University of Cooking School, Academy for Learning. This was my first choice, by the way, chat. All right? Everybody, they wanted to go to NYU. They wanted to go to MIT, you know, Harvard, Yale. No, it was all about UCSAL, all right? UCSAL. Your mind begins to wander. Who will be there? What will you cook? What should you wear? Time begins to fly by, and you find your imagination getting away from you. You need to take this seriously, or you allow yourself to daydream a bit thinking about the future. What do you think, chat? What do you think? We gotta take it seriously. Listen, I better make sure to arrive prepared on the first day, all right? You bust through your morning checklist. Teeth brushed, hair combed, Pits deodorized. Nothing can stop you now, chat. You confidently grab a biscuit, strut out the door, and head off to class. Woo! Just what you needed to get your blood flowing. Just what you needed. Standing in the quad, you gaze upon the magnificent University of Cooking School, Academy for Learning. Here comes your lifelong best friend forever, Miriam. She's the most adorably awkward person you've ever met, and you absolutely love her for it. Good morning, Corgi Sanders. Are you excited for the first day of the rest of our lives? Actually, I'm, because I sure am. Excited, a little nervous, okay, a lot nervous. What's the... It's just that this morning I made breakfast for myself, but, well, when I ate it, I couldn't taste any of the love in the food. What if I'm no good? What if I fail? Classic Miriam. Raised by Master Chef parents, she's always held herself to a very high standard. Ever since we were little babies together, playing together, you rescued me from that quicksand box. It's been clear to me that you're the most loving, caring person I know. All right? You're going to do great. But with University of Cooking School Academy for Learning's famous 3-day-only semesters, I'm afraid of being left behind and never catching up. You got to be careful. 3-day-only semesters, chat. It's gone. Gone. Best 3 days of your life is what they tell you. A sweet girl, Miriam has always had a flair for the dramatic. This summer, she got so nervous about her first kiss that she chipped a tooth practicing on a mannequin. Because I've never done that. Ever. Serious. Should you pep talk her or change the subject to give her some extra relief? What do you think, chat? Pep talk or change subject? One or two? One or two in the chat. I'm seeing some ones. Listen, remember last month when we saw that fortune teller and had our tarot cards read? The lady with the mask who gave me nightmares? I've been trying to forget.
Sahara_Valruk cheered 100 bits eating some chicken nuggets right now, just not KFC, but I do have sweet baby Ray's barbecue sauce.
Thank you for the bits. I know she looks spooky, but she was so sweet, and she told you that you were destined for great things. Remember that card with the fancy-looking tower? And that other card featuring the handsome fellow in the red suit? I've been waiting so long to meet a handsome fellow I could call my own. And I'm sure you will soon. In no time, we'll be graduating, and you'll be delighting the world with your heartfelt cooking in no time at all. How's the audio, by the way, chat? Hi, Stirring! Good? Okay, perfect. Hi, athlete! Thank you! Welcome on in. As you talk Miriam up, you can feel her nerves begin to ease. You know what? Maybe everything will be okay after all. And if not, at least I have these killer bangs. Can you believe I cut them myself? You can definitely believe it. I can't believe it. Before you can get another word out, you're rudely interrupted when someone smacks your books and custom-engraved measuring spoons out of your hand and onto the ground. Hey! It's Ashley! Oh, shit! It's Mommy. I mean, what? Your arch rival. She's totally evil, but you can't help but be filled with jealousy. She can get anything she wants, and she knows it. Hello, Ashley. Oh, I didn't see you there, chicken shins. You leave Corgi Sanders' shins alone. They're perfectly normal shins. Ugh, you can't stand Ashley. Even her name is annoying. You know for a fact that it's actually Ashley, but she just had to add extra letters to make herself feel better than everyone else. If anyone here knows what perfect shins look like, it's us. Yeah, we're not gonna let you or your really weird insults get to us. Across the quad, you see Ashley's best friend, Van the Man, has stopped to look at his own reflection in the mirror. His pants are so tight, you can see him casually working out his glutes while he styles his hair. No lie, they're rockin' glutes. Ahem, Van. Oh my god. We gotta move the camera. Hold on. You rang. You've never been sure what their arrangement, or you've never been sure what their arrangement is. But as long as you've known them, Ashley and Van have been just as close as you and Miriam, but substantially more devious. Put it back. I can't believe that the University of Cooking School Academy for Learning would ever allow people like you to attend as students. I know, right? You'd think they just hand us our diplomas right now. Or maybe hire us on as professors. You amateurs could learn a lot from us. With the first day of school about to start, there's just not time to properly tell these two off. So you resist the urge. Like Corgi's Twitch anniversary because he means my account is now 14 years old. It's good to see you, Stirring. I hope you're doing good. Listen, we do not simp for Van the Man, okay? We do not. There's one rule here. You do not simp for Van the Man. Let's go, Miriam. Psh, see you later, losers. As you approach the door, you see a goofy-looking kid pushing hard against the window directly next to it. Ah! Oopsie. I think it's broken. You reach forward and easily pull the door open.
Asked, if I can't simp for Van, who should I simp for Cork? Well, nobody. Your power as a shorgie comes from within, so tap into that strength and you will find your own answers.
No, this
Embrace
is not
your individuality and
me.
Don't worry about what Van or Cork are doing. Focus on yourself and your own destiny.
All right, then. Thank you for the bits. You reach forward and easily pull the door open. That should do the trick. I love you. I think you mean thank you? My name is Pop. I was named after my Pop. He's old. Could someone like this also be a student at the school? He must be one heck of a chef. Also, his name tag clearly says Bob, but I guess he's reading it upside down.
Fristy Pants cheered 50 bits. He's even named like a JoJo character. Van the Man is a name oft given to Van Morrison, and this guy is named Van the Man.
Yes, it is clearly a JoJo reference. Hi, Pop. I'm Corgi Sanders, so are you going to make me hold this door all day? Nope. And with that, the young man walks into the building ahead of you. Aww. Is it just me, or is he kind of cute? Oh. Miriam, no. I think it's just you. You both shrug your shoulders before following him into the building. You stand at the edge of the room, unsure where to sit. Other students wander in and keep themselves busy chit-chatting. A scruffy-looking pooch takes his place at a podium at the front of the class. Adorable! Chat, can we get some sprinkles? Sprinkles in the chat! Sprinkles, my beloved. Now, quiet down, everyone. Who's this unreasonably cute pup, and why is he in our culinary class? You must be Sprinkles, head instructor and CEO of UCSAL. Please, call me Professor Dog. I may be cute and little and fluffy, but I still demand respect. Woof. I love him! What? A cute dog is our professor? This is the best school ever! I guess only a dog's nose is capable of picking up all the nuances of fine dining. Out of nowhere, wind begins to rush around you as a swirl of cherry blossom petals fills the air inside the classroom. I'm chilly. Someone close the window. And then he walks in. Oh! Chad, I need... Listen. 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 All right? Get it out of your system. Get it out of your system. Okay, moving on. He walks in. You're immediately swept up in the aura of this new student and his remarkable goatee. Who knew anyone could be so handsome? Time stands still. It's him. It's... If it isn't my favorite student, Harland. Colonel Sanders interrupts Sprinkles. Sorry, Professor Dog. Before he can finish his sentence. Please, please, call me Colonel. Colonel Sanders. A rushed murmur rolls through the classroom as Colonel Sanders walks down the aisle of desks. Suddenly, the room is sweltering. Sweat begins to bead across your brow. You feel like everyone is looking at you. And you're not entirely wrong. And this over here must be Sweaty Sweats-a-Lot. Maybe we should open the window back up before Faucet Pits melts into a puddle and evaporates entirely. Hold on a second. Nobody talks to my friend like that. You two both know my name. We were in the same kindergarten class. What's with all the really weird insults? Besides, when Corgi Sanders sweats, it's not gross, it's beautiful. Look at that shimmer. Listen, I'm a vampire, okay? I'm a vampire. I glisten in the sunlight. You take a moment to clean yourself up. It's a good thing you didn't forget about that deodorant this morning. This classroom is hot, hot, hot! Professor Dog steps in to settle the class down and set some ground rules. Welcome to the University of Cooking School Academy for Learning, the greatest culinary academy in the world. The birthplace of culinary legends past, present, and future. Many challenges await you. There will be tears, there will be blood. There might even be really adorable tiny food. And when it is all said and done, there will be a battle. You will lift your sporks and compete in the broom cooking arena. Just then, another student enters the classroom and interrupts the professor's rousing speech. Hi guys, sorry I'm late. I hope everyone had a good summer. I really miss... Quiet! Whoa, Isa! Another year of gifted to Raven? Holy shit! Oh my god, Isa, thank you. Can we get some loves in the chat? Thank you, thank you. That's really too heckin' generous. Thank you. Oh, before we continue, we do still have our sub goal active. It is only until the end of the night for that Nintendogs thing. It's 1,800. We're a bit of a ways off, but it's okay. Quiet! Late to class is bad enough, but interrupting my monologue? You're on the fast track out of here, young man. Are you sure you're even in the right place? Don't you recognize me? This is my 3rd year in this school with you as my teacher. Everyone stares at him blankly. Does nobody remember me? You're expelled if you utter one more word before I finish. Look at those little beans. Look at those little beans. Aiden, thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. Let that be a lesson to you students that tardiness is unacceptable. Even Clank made it here on time, rolling halfway across town on his tiny wheels. Poor Clank. You turn to see the student Sprinkle is referencing, who appears to be some sort of industrial kitchen appliance. What? The class bursts into laughter. Oh, Clank, you rascal. Sprinkles walks in the classroom as everyone stands in silent obedience. When he gets to you, he lifts his nose to the air and takes a deep sniff. Can we get some sniffers in the chat? Can we get some sniffers? Your diet is lacking. Based on what I'm picking up here, you definitely need a multivitamin. You should be better taking better care of yourself. Chat, you stinky. You stinky. You've never had a talking dog as a teacher before, but Sprinkle's reputation for being smart, but tough, is well known. You decide to try and butter him up by giving him a treat from your pocket. But what kind? Chat, do we give him a beef treat, a rubber ball, or a chicken snack? 1, 2, or 3? Three. I'm seeing a lot of 3s. You reach beneath your apron and return with a chicken snack in your hand. Sprinkle's eyes go wide and he locks onto it. His favorite! Yo! Well. I think there might be some competition for new star student. The furry professor immediately devours the snack, leaving your hand slick with a coating of warm doggy drool. Ew! You see the other students eyeing you jealously, but pay no mind to them. If they wanted to succeed in life, they should have learned the importance of carrying a range of dog treat flavors on them at all times. Settle down, young chefs. Take your seats and prepare to have your minds opened to the amazing possibilities of the culinary creation. As everyone rushes to claim their favorite seats, you're left standing at the front of the room. Only 2 options remain. Hey, Corgi Sanders. There's still a seat here. It seems no one's claimed this seat next to me, if you're interested. Chat, who do we sit by? 1 for Colonel, 2 for Miriam. Hi, Jared. I'm seeing a lot of 1s. A lot of 1s. All right, we're going in. You move to take your seat by Colonel Sanders. It appears he brought no books, pens, or pencils. However, his perfect upright posture shows off a seriousness that makes you confident in his desire to learn. Thanks for offering me this seat. I've only had 2 rules. Do all you can and do it the best you can. It's the only way you ever get that feeling of accomplishing something. That's so inspiring. A little off topic if you ask me, but okay. Is he crying? Oh my God. His head to arm ratio is ridiculous. Listen, all right? All right, Fearless? Don't talk to me about... You know what? Never mind. Not gonna... I was gonna go somewhere. I'm not gonna go there. Here we go. As soon as you've settled into your seat, the professor makes an announcement. Think fast, it's time for a pop quiz. Yay, a quiz about me!
Macho Mr. Nacho cheered 455 bits. That is a Kentucky Fried Cutie on the screen. I'd give him 11 hugs and boops.
11 hugs and boops? Hell yeah. Nacho, what if we got KFC together? Thank you for the bits. Welcome on in. KFC grab, yeah. We need a drumstick grab. That's what we need. Yay, a quiz about me! This incredibly important, surprisingly short quiz will tell me if you're ready for life at culinary school. Keep your knives sharp and your focus sharper. Here comes question number 1. If train A is traveling to point B and train B is traveling to point A, how important is it to wash your hands before cooking? Depends extremely looking at you, Pop, or doesn't matter at all. 1, 2, or 3, chat. Two. That's right. Forest is to tree as chicken is to what? Feather, night vision goggles, or a slam dunk? Feather. The answer's feather. That's right. What is the most efficient eating utensil ever created? A comically oversized fork, a meat tenderizer, or a spork? A spork. That's right. What food is best for a broken heart? Anything as long as it's prepared with love and not too much salt. Camel meat, or a pancake that looks like a silly face? Three. Is Sprinkles a good boy? No. He's a talking dog that teaches at culinary school. He's the best boy, or yes? That's right. Perfect 5 out of 5, chat. KFC hyper claps in the chat. Wow, be honest. Did you cheat? You look up to see that Colonel Sanders has been watching you tally your score. He's impressed. I know we just met, But I have to confess, I think you have a beautiful brain. Hot diggity, Corgi Sanders. You just scored some major Colonel Sanders points with that performance. Next year, you got to hit me up so we can actually let chat decide dialogue options automatically. Yo. Yo. Absolutely, Meeps. How about I commission somebody to make a sequel? That sounds like a good idea. May I have your attention, students? I have an important announcement to make. Time for lunch. Lunchtime! Yo! Wow, the cafeteria is as nice as any restaurant you've ever eaten at. It makes sense that a school dedicated to cooking would also be serious about eating. Oh my god, what is that emote? A delicious fragrance wafts through the room and tickles the end of your nose. Your mouth waters. Do you smell that? That must be our lunch. It smells crazy good. Everyone, can I have your attention? Is it about lunch? No, I just wanted to apologize for my tardiness. You see, I was... Howdy, folks. I'd like to make an announcement. Hey, It's about lunch. Everyone cheers. Yay! People clap. Yay! But Shh! Lunch, lunch, lunch! She said, shh! In honor of the new semester, I prepared something special to share with everyone for lunch. That must be the smell I smelled. The smelly smell that smells. Smelly. Indeed, that smell. You hold your breath, waiting to see what food this mysterious student has created. You've heard that he's very talented, but were the rumors true? Is this? Oh! KFC in my mouth, please. Colonel Sanders lifts a large bucket above his head, its contents glimmering in the light. Piled high are huge pieces of chicken, breaded and fried to a crispy golden finish. Yeah, can we get some Korg buckets in the chat? The aroma envelops you, and you begin to feel warm and safe. Colonel Sanders has filled a bucket with chicken? What a novel concept. Your stomach begins to grumble, as if to say, stop thinking and start eating. For years, I've been developing a secret recipe for the perfect fried chicken. By my calculation, nothing less than 11 herbs and spices are required to achieve the perfect balance of flavors. You look around and notice that every other student has a pen and paper and is scribbling notes as fast as they can. But that's all I'll say about that. What, you think we want your stupid secret recipe, dude? Pshaw, nah, my dude, nah. I'm just, drafting a last will and testament in case, one of those ingredients is, poison. Got him. Fucking got him, dude. He looks around nervously to see if anyone else is laughing at his sick burn. You wait to see what zinger Ashley has prepared to follow up, but she suddenly takes a different approach. Yeah, I was just, like, writing in my diary. Dear Diary, today I smelled something truly beautiful. I knew that at that moment, only the hands of a true gentleman could fry chicken so tender. She's swooping in for our man! Unacceptable! Get out of here, bitch! You see her body language change from bitter and evil to sweet and innocent as she slides closer to the Colonel. She realizes that he is destined for greatness and fame with cooking skills like this, and she wants him all to herself. Unacceptable. Unbelievable, really. Oh, please. That face. Korg, what the fuck? Well, Van, the man, if you don't want any, I'll take his. Whoa, hold on. I mean, I guess I could try it. He takes one bite and his eyes grow wide. He starts contorting his face as he tries to hold in his pure exhilaration and act unimpressed. Easy now. There is enough for everyone. Please, my fellow classmates, dig in. You take one of the pieces of fried chicken out of this bucket and sink your teeth into it. It's amazing. Tasting Colonel Sanders' food transports you to another dimension. Alone with your taste buds gripping a drumstick in your hand, you float weightlessly. Focus your mind and meditate on this moment, trying to identify every flavor. Savor the moment and everything that it tells you about Colonel Sanders' culinary heart, or swim toward the light. 1, 2, or 3, chat. 1, 2, or 3. Three? Seen a lot of 2s. I'm going to go with 2. The flavors in your mouth are beautiful, pure, heavenly. What a guy. What a man. Alone with the flavors, you feel something that can only be described as love. For a man? For a flavor? Are they the same? After tasting his food, you try to get some one-on-one time with the Colonel. Colonel Sanders smiles ever so softly as you approach. He stops what he's doing and allows you to break the silence. Hi, Doggeritos! Colonel, I wonder, could I talk to you for a second? Anything for a fellow chef. What exactly was on that chicken? How bold to come out and ask. It's an idea I had for a new combination of flavors that will make me my fortune and establish my legacy for all times as I open a chain of highly successful fried chicken restaurants. No big deal. Where'd he get the fucking staff? IGBA. It's just you and me here talking. It's just you and me here talking. I can keep a secret. In fact, I've got Simone that I'm willing to trade. What's the rush? The semester's only just getting started. We've got 2 more whole days to get to know each other. He's clearly not going to give it up easily, but it doesn't hurt to be persistent. You know what they say about secrets, Colonel? Shouldn't learning be fun? Aw. You've got moxie, I'll give you that. Colonel Sanders looks both ways to make sure you're truly alone, then leans in. You can feel his warm breath as he whispers. Just one ingredient, but you can't tell. I use It's something my great-grandmother taught me.
50 bits Korg cheer 50. I'm sorry to interrupt, but I can't not share this. Corgi, chat. I just got off the phone at work with a customer named, and I shit you not, Michael Hunt Korg LMAO. I'm sure he wasn't happy with his parents growing up Korg LMAO.
Oh my god. Michael Hunt. Lamau. Wow! You'd never have guessed that. In fact, you're not even sure where you'd get some if you searched. Bella Knight, thank you for the follow. While you're wrapped up in a huge revelation, you notice that Colonel Sanders has disappeared. While everyone else is still in the cafeteria, you decide to look for him. You find Colonel Sanders outside, standing in the quad. Oh, it's you again. Howdy. Sometimes I like to come outside and look at the school building. I think about how my story will continue on after I've graduated. Sounds like you got big plans. I dare say the biggest. I will leave my mark on this world. You can bet on that. Alone together for the first time, you figure now is the perfect moment to show your personality to him. Nag him to show your own strength. Wow him with a big idea to add an additional ingredient to really spice things up. Or be modest but thoughtful. 1, 2, or 3, chat. Do 3. Well, I just wanted to tell you I really enjoyed your food. Now you've got his attention. We're in! Chat, we're in! The flavors were complex but comforting. The interplay between salty, savory, peppery, it was perfect. I appreciate the compliment, Corgi Sanders. I'm sure you'll be a big success. I know we've only met today, but I'm starting to get the same feeling about you. We should head back inside. The next lesson starts soon. You step into the massive cooking arena where the afternoon lesson will take place. Each student gets an oven and all the tools and ingredients they could need. Look at this place. It's magnificent. Finally, we get to show our stuff. Wait a second. Oh no, we have to show our stuff. What if I totally blow it? You're not going to blow anything except maybe kisses to the crowd of fans that you're going to earn with your signature, adorable tiny food creations. Welcome, students, to the cooking arena. For today's lesson, we'll be cooking with partners. Hurry up and pair off. Naturally, Miriam looks over at you, but unable to control yourself, you pounce on Colonel Sanders. Hey, Colonel, would you like to tackle this lesson as a team? A team of 2, that is, me and you, if that wasn't clear. Want to be my partner? Aw, sure, Corgi Sanders. I'll prepare our station. Without you as a partner, Miriam's left standing all alone. 2 different students quickly take notice. Hi, new partner. Oh my, 2 potential partners. I'm so sorry, gentlemen, but I don't know who to choose. It looks like you'll have to pick for her. Friend duties can be a little awkward, but that's the price you pay for not being alone forever. Fucking F's in the chat for Miriam. Who do you want to ask to be Miriam's partner? Pop or Clank? 1 or 2, chat. Wow, unanimously 2. Wow. Sorry, Pop, but I think Miriam will be partnering with Clank today. It's okay, I already ate. It's not entirely clear if Pop has any idea what the point of school even is at this juncture. Clank is clearly excited to have some attention. He heats up and begins to roll back and forth. Warp, warp, warp. Hold on there, fella. We don't even know the assignment yet. Technically, Clank might not have a face, but there's something charming and earnest about him. Tissue? I hardly know you. Clank judders and a paddle shakes loose. You get the impression that this is a sign of affection. Hi, Rodzuko. Looks like you two will be just fine. Now it's time to focus on your own cooking classwork. All right, you two. For today's lesson, we're going to keep it simple. Pick a basic dish and divide up the steps. No chef is an island. It takes 2 flints to make a fire. You get the idea. Which dish do you suggest to your partner, Colonel Sanders? Steak tartare seems easy enough. It's fancy, and you don't even need to cook it. Using octopus will blow Colonel Sanders' mind, or your grandmother's mashed potatoes and gravy. 1, 2, or 3? I've always been something of a down-home chef. I was thinking we could make something warm, inviting, comforting. Maybe mashed potatoes. And gravy? I couldn't imagine one without the other. Colonel Sanders casts a coy look at you, causing your whole face to go beet red. Embarrassed, you quickly turn away. He's eyeing you, chat. He's eyeing you. Guess who's back with KFC? Fuck yeah, let's go! KFC, if you're fucking watching this, call me. All right? My business email, corgicam.tv. Go. I'll go get the potatoes. No, please, let me. Picking perfect produce is a passion of mine. Looks like things are getting pretty fresh around here. Does someone have a crush on Colonel Sanders? No, but those thighs, though? We're just cooking partners. Mind your own business. Sanders' heart is my business, okay? And you better keep your fingers off my man. Did someone call for me? Jammer! Oh, no. Jeez. Van. While I'm over here crushing Corgi Sanders' dreams, you're supposed to be taking care of our classwork. That was the deal, remember? Colonel Sanders returns, arm full of peeled potatoes. He tosses them into boiling water and turns his attention to you and your old friends. Oh, howdy there, Ashley. Van. Are we working at a quartet instead of a duet now? Actually, no. It looked like Corgi Sanders was struggling, so we offered to give them a hand. You know how it is. These young amateur chefs need a lot of mentoring. Fuck you! I was going to say, Colonel, maybe I could also teach you a thing or two about fancy food. Maybe one day you might be able to get up to my level. Ha! Doubt it! Oh my god. Don't be rude, Van. Personally, I have no doubts whatsoever about Colonel Sanders' ability to concoct creations worthy of admiration. After all, your fried chicken was quite spectacular. But Colonel, if you ask me, I might make a better partner for you than this thing that has positioned itself at your station. Don't you feel deep down that we cast complementary shadows? We fit together, like a thigh and a drumstick. It just makes sense. Nothing about this makes any sense, but one thing is clear. She's coming for Colonel.
Chicken
You don't
Crusade
watch out.
asked, Cork, what is your opinion on Van Van the Man Man? Well, Van Van the Man Man is a talented artist with
What?
a unique style.
Huh?
I appreciate the energy and creativity he brings to his music and performances.
What? Feel us out here just betraying KFC. Ashley's really going at you hard. You need to ask for some backup here before things get ugly. Turn to Colonel Sanders, hunk of hunks in your time of need. Or turn to Miriam, your forever bestie, who always has your back. 1 or 2, chat. Two. You turn to Miriam, and as soon as you find her, she senses it and looks back. This girl's friend in need radar is second to none, and she immediately comes running over. Is somebody threatening my friend? I will destroy them! I actually think that Ashley and Van Van were just leaving. Leaving you in the dust. How do you say this? Vis-a-vis? Vis-a-vis. I'm gonna go with that. I played through this like 4 times and I still don't know. My skills as a chef, perhaps, but stepping away from this competition, you're sorely mistaken. Miriam, you're a loyal friend, but Corey Sanders is my partner for today's activity. You look for Sprinkles in hopes he might step in, but he's nowhere to be found. Darn those cute corgis and their short but sturdy stature. You look down at your station and realize that in the tension of the moment, your hands have been cooking on autopilot. Distracted by the drama, you've already crushed boiled potatoes into a perfectly creamy mashed texture with plenty of butter and cream for flavor. It's as if your natural passion guided you through all the steps you know so well while your attention was elsewhere. I know just what to do. Colonel Sanders extends his hand. He's holding a beautiful white porcelain gravy boat, out of which pours a smooth brown gravy, smothering your nearly finished potato dish. Gravy flows down the mound of mashed potatoes. The results look spectacular. Granny would be proud. Not available in Canada. Delicious. Tasty. Colonel Sanders holds a spork out to you. You reach out and grab hold of it, but he doesn't immediately let go. The two of you stand holding the same spork, and for that small moment, all of the madness and pressure in this
Chicken
crazy
Crusade
world
asked,
stops.
Cork, why does Canada hate mashed potatoes? Well, I'm coming for you. So many mods to eat, so little time. You can't hide forever. I'm going to find you and give you a big soggy hug filled with all of my love, before I nom 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 your tasty goodness. Nom nom
What?
nom.
Okay. Your eyes lock. The moment is electric. Time stands still. If you love something, set it free. Together, you dig the utensil into the mashed potatoes and lift a heaping sporkful up when you see Ashley with her sinister look. You know she's plotting against you to be with the Colonel. And then, filled with rage and without thinking, you fling a spork full of mashed potatoes right into Ashley's stupid, beautiful face. Van, do something! Do something! Scooping up a fingerful, Van tastes the dripping mashed potatoes and gravy and realizes it's delicious. Horrified by this revelation, he slinks away. Will he ever be able to cook something with so much love and integrity? Hold on right there, Corgi Sanders. We do not waste food in the broom cooking arena. Colonel Sanders, I expect better from you. If you throw one more spoonful, you're both better be prepared to eat it from wherever it lands. Can I have potato face? What is this? What is this pose? The fucking hands. Van rushes back over, a covered dish in his hand. Mashed potatoes and gravy? Pathetic! In just a few minutes, I prepared a full meal. Gaze upon my specialty. Braised tentacle of octopus in my silky saltwater sauce. Plated on a battle axe blade forged by my supreme chef ancestors. r/we want plates. r/we want plates. You've ignored me for long enough. That ends now. It is I who will have the first bite, and you will look on in envy. The interrupting student rushes at Van and swipes a bite of his signature dish right off the plate. Beal, thank you for the follow. No, don't! Something about this dish doesn't strike my nose quite right. I think the octopus was rushed and may have turned in the process. The results could be toxic.
Emerald 99 cheered 100 bits. Howdy do, Corgi. Hope y'all in chat are having a great day and having fun with Colonel Sanders' bizarre adventures.
Emerald, thank you for the bits. Welcome on in. Too late. It's been eaten. I think I left something in the oven. I don't feel so good. It killed him! He's fucking dead! He actually fucking died! Emerald, thank you for the gifted sub! Everyone step back! Don't take another bite! Wolf Boy, thank you for the follow. Can we get some loves in the chat for the gifted sub? I say you, he did. When you look back at the plate, the rest of it is gone. You notice the tip of the tentacle being slurped up in Pops' mouth. Pop winces in pain for just a moment, then is almost immediately back to his oblivious self. Oopsie! Tastes like poison. The entire class is gathered to watch Pop's final moments. Shock has frozen the whole crowd. They are as motionless as statues. The class bell rings, disrupting the moment and snapping everyone back to reality. It would appear that Pop's enthusiasm for trying new things, despite obvious danger, has inoculated him against poisons of all kinds. I'm not sure the professors here make enough money. Hello? I just turned into a ghost over here. Seeing that you're shaken up by that really annoying student and all this nonsense, Colonel Sanders approaches you. I'm sorry you had to go through that. Please, let me walk with you. Let me walk home with you. He's coming home with us, chat. New model has not been revealed yet. Bottom of the screen, new model revealed, 10 p.m. Eastern. What? Like, for real? Oh, come on! Follow Colonel Sanders out of the room. At night, the school building has taken another vibe entirely. It's dark, and more than a little spooky. Colonel Sanders stands in the quad's neon glow and speaks softly. Those mashed potatoes you made in class today. Before you go on, I want you to know they're not a great representation of my skills. I didn't even realize I was making them. They were amazing. Tasting them, it reminded me of why I became so passionate about food to begin with. Colonel Sanders is getting choked up. Cooking is obviously important to him, in a way that you find inspiring. Now might be perfect time to tell him you're developing feelings for him. Colonel Sanders? Yes? Corgi Sanders? There's something I need to tell you. Hold it right there. There's something I need to tell you first. Van. You see, when I was just a boy, I had a dream that one day I would be the greatest chef the world has ever seen. And every day since, I have been working toward that dream, day and night, never stopping, never resting, always lifting a lot of weights. Like, so many weights. We should follow our dreams with all our hearts, and that our souls may grant them like wishes floating on a shooting star. Hey, no, you! Shut up! I'm the one here to say inspirational stuff and be the star of the story. Are we forgetting that your cooking literally killed a guy? You can't prove that! I also saw you kill that guy. What was his name? Somewhere in the distance, you hear a long, sad sigh. Forget him. We're talking about me. Me. I'm the hero. The Spork monster is here to fight a hero. Holy shit! Oh my god. Chat, I told you this game is the best fucking thing ever made. Oh my god, Vols Pangaris! Welcome on in! Can we get some loves in the chat? Hello. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Chat, go drop a follow. Show Vols some heckin' love and support. They are a very sweet bean. Welcome on in. I am Corgi Sanders. We are playing I Love You, Colonel Sanders, finger-licking good dating simulator for our 11-year Twitch anniversary stream. We are going to be live for 24 hours, and we are debuting our brand new 3D VTube model at 10 p.m. Eastern. Welcome on in. $10 p.m.-ish, yes. Pringle! Hello. Ah! I think I left the fridge door open. Later, nerds! How dare you threaten me just as I was letting down my guard and connecting with another chef on an emotional level?
Be afraid! Be very afraid of me! Because I'm a monster, see?
Is he rhyming on purpose, or is that just coincidence? But before you can discuss syntax any further, it's a turn-based fight sequence! What will you do? Attack or defend, chat? Shall we fight? You decide to go on the attack. Which attack will you use? Cook with love. Cook with love does 1 damage. It just got real. That attack really upsets Spork Monster. Spork Monster goes on the attack. They spit hot gravy at you. Ah! You take 1 damage. Attack. Go on the attack. It worked last time, right? Cook with love does 1 damage. Spork Monster won't forget this. Spork Monster is really feeling threatened by your attack. Spork Monster focuses their mash mind and draws in energy from Mother Earth itself. They grow larger and more intimidating. How will you respond? Attack! You decide to go on the attack. Which attack will you use? Cook with love. Cook with love does 1 damage. At this rate, the semester will probably be over before this fight is. Spork Monster is no quitter. Buffed up and ready to rumble, they go on the attack once again. Spork Monster, use utilitensile! You take 2 damage from the attack. If you take much more damage, you're not going to survive the battle. We attack! Go on the attack again!
Jackster the Otzel asked, do you fear the Spork Monster? Well, of course not. Spork Monster can't even come close to my crunchy bones. Don't mess with this shark corgi hybrid. I mean business.
Noted. Cook with love does 1 damage. Spork Monster is oozing cheese sauce onto the lawn of the quad. I wonder who's gonna have to clean that up. Feeling vulnerable, Spork Monster prepares for its ultimate attack. Rounded edge. Vile villain, your reign of terror stops here. Colonel Sanders summons the energy of 1,000 chickens. Chat, let's get some hypes. Let's get some hypes in the chat. Hot Pot Power Pinch! Hot Pie Power Pinch does 10 damage! Spork Monster is defeated! You saved me! An injured Spork Monster spews steam into the night. Forget mercy, finish him, or spare this wretched beast. 1 or 2, chat. 1 or 2. I'm seeing a lot of 2s. You managed to tamp down your disgust at the sight of this gnarly beast long enough to realize that he is still a living creature with a pure soul who deserves your pity, not your wrath. Be gone, beast! And don't you dare come back for a follow-up encounter tomorrow.
I won't forget this. I certainly won't be back like you said.
The Spork Monster scuttles off into the night. The defeated monster left behind a special item. It appears at first to be a cookbook, but upon closer inspection, it's so much more. It's a book of magic spells with a golden chicken on the cover. You open the cover and find a library card tucked inside. The last name to have signed it out is Borko. Borko? That name sounds strangely familiar. Your blood is pumping as you stand in the quiet of the night, holding the mysterious book in your hands. As you come down from your battle buzz, you realize that your final attack has left you completely depleted. The world around you begins to fade away. Without any energy to keep your eyes open, darkness overtakes you. The image of Colonel Sanders flashes before your eyes as you fall asleep. He must have helped you get home. In your tired state, you don't know if you could have made it without him. What a guy. You want to thank him, but you don't have the strength to utter a single word. You feel your covers being pulled up over you as you're tucked in tightly. Cord Comfy's in the chat! Good night, my Colonel. In your dream, you're together with Colonel Sanders. For some reason, Sprinkles is also there, instructing your love. Dreams are weird. Oh, God. You awake on day 2 and attempt to process the wild visions you had. Were they memories or premonitions? What the fuck is that? Oh my God! No way! Is that a new Impy emote? Impy, did you make that? That is so good! Oh my God, Pog! I love it. Oh my God, that's so good. Thank you, Impy. And then there was that secret ingredient that Colonels went ahead and told you outright. Not much of a secret, huh? It's probably just because he already trusts you so much. Sure, that makes sense. We'll go with that. Oh my God. Hiccups. Ah! You meet up with your bestie in front of the school. Before you can tell her about the encounter with the spork monster, she launches into a story of her own. Okay, I know this might sound a little strange, but I think I might be, I think I might like Clank. Like him? Like? I know, it sounds like it's moving so fast, but there's something about him. I like him. Like him. You know what? Good for you. You go, girl. Got to talking after class, and he's actually a totally sweet guy. Not only that, but he's really smart. Told me all kinds of stories about Colonel Sanders. Did you know that Colonel Sanders was the most popular kid in his high school? No, but that does make complete sense. Yeah, but he was so popular that he was voted prom king at a school he didn't even go to, and was also the convertible that he himself rode in at the front of the homecoming parade. I'm thinking maybe something got lost in pressure cooker language translation there. Either way, maybe it's just best to take it slow with this new boy, like I am with Colonel Sanders. What's up, Blaze? You and Colonel Sanders, the coolest guy in school, the most famous student to ever attend University of Cooking School Academy for Learning. You're a thing now? We definitely connected yesterday. Cork brows. Sure you did. You're great. Why wouldn't he be into you, I guess? Laughing at the implication that you and Colonel Sanders might be a thing is definitely not cool. You are great. How's it going, Ace? You have an idea about how to prove that your love is real. Well, if he's not into me, why did he tell me one of his secret ingredients? Your bestie's eyes light up. A secret ingredient? Yeah, I just said that, a secret ingredient. Is there a dramatic echo in here? Miriam checks to make sure you're alone before continuing. So this summer, while I was on vacation with my family, a lovely man approached me in the botanical garden where I was wandering. This can't be good. He told me all about his passion for spices. Secret spices. The man even gave me some to show me what he meant. He said it was a powder created from super duper rare dried flower petals, and that if I did him a big favor, I could have some of my own. I don't like where this is going. Please, Miriam, don't tell me. So I filled my suitcase with them and brought them home. He was so nice, he even met me at the gate when I arrived. Later, when I cooked with them, a very strange feeling came over me, and the flavor was unlike anything I'd ever tasted. I think you're being very liberal with the meaning of spices here. Whatever. Anyhow, we both share an interest in cooking, so we've stayed in touch, you know, like pen pals. I bet he would love to know more about new spices. Well, I'm definitely not supposed to share Colonel Sanders' secret recipe. And besides, I only know one ingredient, so I doubt it'd be much use to anybody. Oh, please, please, please. It would mean the world to me. No one has to know it came from you or Colonel Sanders. What do you think? Should you protect Colonel Sanders' secret or share it with your bestie? What do you think, chat? Tell her or lie? Make up a fake ingredient. You quickly think of a fake ingredient name. I don't know. How about... It was Eye of Newt. I know. Sounds like some kind of witch's potion. But what can you do? Eye of Newt. Wow. Her eyes light up imagining such a thing, and you figure that you've satisfied her curiosity and she'll move on. However, she immediately turns around and does some thumb typing on her phone that you can't quite see. That's probably not good. Yeah, we took Sebi's eye. Before you can ask her to confirm that she was definitely not texting secrets to other people, you're interrupted. A wind rushes in, cherry blossoms fill the air. It's Colonel Sanders! He's arriving at school! Stand back and admire his majestic glory, or run to him. Chat, we gotta run to him. We gotta run to him. 1, stand back. All right. Colonel Sanders' horse is truly a thing of beauty. Without ever acknowledging that he's being watched, he does a short horse dance before dismounting with a flourish. He then slaps the beautiful creature gently on its rear, sending it running free into the countryside. You are so struck by the sight of him that you lose the ability to speak coherently. Oh, I didn't realize anyone was watching. Don't worry. He knows his way home. You attempt to compliment Colonel Sanders, but the words don't come out exactly right. What a horseful beaut you have. I mean, what a horseful beaut you have. That's what I just said. Being a good friend, Miriam attempts to cover for you. Oh, Corgi Sanders just gets really nervous around people they like. Miriam, what the fuck? This isn't helping. I mean, they got food poisoning and were up all night. It was gruesome. You should have seen it. She gives you a wicked smile as if to say, situation handled. Can't blame a girl for trying. And with that, Colonel Sanders disappears into the school, leaving you and Miriam to follow. When you enter the classroom, you can see your two rivals, Ashley and Van Van, are doing something bad. By the way they're hiding, you know it must be really bad. Like counterfeiting recipes bad, experimenting with restricted ingredients bad, summoning a demon bad? You try and peek over Van Van's hulking shoulder, but he sees you coming. Whoa there, little one. I'm not sure you're ready to handle this. Why don't you make like a bee and mind your own wax, honey? Tell them to stop acting immature or act like you're not interested in them, but really try and get a closer look. One or two, chat. Seeing a lot of twos. You sit near the rivals, but leave your back turned to them. You even hear Van Van muttering something that sounds a bit like a magic spell. However, he notices you eavesdropping. You try and cover your tracks and improvise an excuse. It's time for class and you're distracting the rest of us who want to learn. Now you've upset them. Oh, and you're the emperor of cooking, are you? You make the rules? I'm not sure you'd know a good meal if it ate you. Being the best chef in the world takes more than just culinary skills. It takes creativity. It takes panache. Panache? Panache? I don't know how to say it. And it doesn't hurt to use a little evil. You finally get a look at what they were hiding and instantly recognize it. It's a book just like the one you found after your encounter with the spork monster. That's the same book I found last night in the quad. Ashley immediately elbows Van Van, who hides the book behind his back. I don't know what you're talking about. That book is a family heirloom, and its contents are secret. You notice that they haven't just been studying the book. They've got Pop pinned to a wall, and they're tossing potato skins at him as he tries to catch them in his mouth. We're playing! Before you can dig in any further, you're interrupted by the arrival of more students. It's almost time for class. Beep, beep. Clank must be running late. He's in such a hurry that he rolls right over Van Van's meaty foot. Hey, watch it, you bucket of bolts. You watch how you talk to him. He didn't do anything. Who do you think you're talking to? I've never heard such language, not even from a stand mixer. Whap, whap. No, your mother was a stand mixer. Van Van jumps to attack Clank, but Clank shocks Van Van, sending him flying across the room. Protect me, Colonel Sanders. These crazed men are about to come to blows. I think it must be over me, but I'm not interested in either of them. So do they make a docky? Asking for a friend. Ashley's tone has completely changed in an instant. She bats her eyelashes at Colonel Sanders. Surely he must know that this is a ruse, right? Gentlemen, get a hold of yourselves. Save it for the arena, at least. Or don't. Honestly, what do I care? I've got lofty career aspirations to focus on. Maybe I can help you with your business plan. Just then, Sprinkles arrives to signal the true start of the class day. He's panting, which doesn't seem that abnormal. He's a professor, but he's also a dog. Students, please take your seat. I apologize for my late arrival. I spent the morning chasing a car all around town, and my tiny legs are very, very tired. Poor Sprinkles! Hi, DT. But I'm here now, and I hope you're ready to learn. Rub his furry belly. He loves it. After he catches his breath, Sprinkles regains control of the room. Without further ado, we'll review the global history of my favorite fowl, the chicken. You want to pay attention to the lesson. Truly, you do. Which is why in 1776, at the signing of the Declaration of Independence, it was a chicken who first signed their name. But you can't help but daydream about Colonel Sanders, and you miss most of the important parts. When you come to, Sprinkles is holding a tray of food in front of you. Well, Corgi Sanders, naturally this appears to you to be a sample platter. A glass of water, shimmering pepper, or a dog biscuit. Which item do you want to sample? I'm seeing a lot of threes. I don't want to eat the dog biscuit. We did that already. I actually ate dog treats live on stream before. Remember that, Jim? Who remembers that? Jim McDuff probably remembers that. Because of the shape it's baked in, you assume the dog biscuit is a treat made by Sprinkles. An example of his own culinary talents, perhaps? You reach out for it when Sprinkles jumps up and bites onto your cooking apron! What kind of monster would steal a dog's favorite biscuit? Your apron is left in tatters. The entire class looks on in horror as you fall unconscious from the embarrassment. Oh no! I never even got to taste it. You fade into darkness, but something is there. The spork monster? Borko? What are you doing here?
It's not your time, my friend. Your act of kindness has not been forgotten.
You watch as your apron magically repairs itself. You won't have to live in embarrassment anymore. Thank you, my friend, wherever you are. Which item do you want to sample, chat? One. You grab the glass of water and gulp it down. It's cool and crisp, like the purest snow melted by a mountain spring. Hey, that was mine! It was from my favorite toilet. You owe me $6. And you've got excellent taste. Think to yourself, geez, I should pay better attention. We all make mistakes. I'm sure he'll forgive you someday. Come on, it's time for lunch. Before anyone can relax, the cafeteria lights dim, and your rivals enter to make a dramatic announcement. Today's lunch will be prepared by a timed competitive cook-off. The level of theatrics with these two is off the charts. Demand they stop wasting everyone's time or step up and tell them, you're on. 1 or 2, chat. Is everything a competition with you two? Yes? Yes. Look at that fucking face. Look at that goddamn face. What is that face? Well, not with me. I'm on a personal journey to learn to love. To learn to love? Sure, why not? But definitely not to constantly battle. Yeah, stop getting your genres crossed. Don't you have some portable monsters to capture or something? I need to eat if I'm going to have the energy to sustain my education and pursue my dreams of being a master chef. How are any of us supposed to get anywhere if we're constantly fending off challenges from everyone, every know-it-all with an apron? Besides, I already brought my own lunch. Corgi Sanders, you should have it. It'll give you the energy you need to succeed. Miriam reaches out and presents a gift to you. Is she she's holding a fucking cleaver. My special grilled cheese and tomato soup with chocolate milk to wash it down and a tartlet for dessert. Look at how small it is! It looks so good, though! It's even got a crouton in the goddamn soup. Hi, Tommy! It's perfect size for you. Shut up! Chad, I don't give a Kentucky Fried fuck what you say. I'm not small. It only takes about 5 seconds to eat Miriam's tiny food, but it's just what you needed for the motivation. You know what? I've learned enough for today. Let's battle! Just as things reach a boiling point, Sprinkle steps in. Surely he'll put a stop to this madness. Now, students, please settle down. This is a lunchroom, not a sportsing court. Finally, a little sense. You breathe a sigh of relief. Are you looking at Harlan Sanders, Jr.? I am Corgi Sanders. Welcome on in. Normally, I'm a VTubing doggo. But this is actually a subathon goal from almost a year ago that I forgot about. And now we're doing this because it was perfect timing to do the Colonel Sanders cosplay. Welcome on in, Flumi. Finally, a little sense. You breathe a sigh of relief. At least not until we turn on the timer. Oh, shit! Just then, a huge light blasts you in the face, flashing the words, "Timer ready." That's what I'm talking about. Ow!
Tommy
Can we
underscore
get
the
some woos in the
underscore
chat?
fox underscore anti underscore hero cheered 50 bits. I'm turning 32 in 28 hours and 50 minutes.
Happy early birthday. We will not be live for it, but I hope you have a good one. I stand corrected. If it's a battle you want, it's a battle you'll get. Me and my bestie can best the best of them. Best believe it. Like a diamond, I was formed under pressure, and now is my chance to shine. I will defeat you myself. Jammers in the chat, let's go! You had his chicken, and you made mashed potatoes and gravy on day one, and you're feeling like you can easily impress him again here. It's time to boil some water for the potatoes. Think fast. If the timer runs down, you'll be forced to pick randomly. What temperature does water boil at? 100 Celsius. That's right, but how would you have gotten into this school without knowing that? Winner gets to rub my furry belly. Let that enticing offer motivate you. Deal. You're going to need to season this chicken before you cook it. You don't know Colonel Sanders' secret recipe, or recipe exactly, but you have an idea. How many herbs and spices did he say he used? 11! That's right. You might not know all the ingredients yet, but at least you're headed in the right direction. Tail wagging intensifies. Now that you've got some basic steps going, it's time to elevate your craft. What state of mind offers the most flavor? Vigilance, trust, gratitude. I don't know! No! I'm begging you to get it together. Get it? I'm a dog. It's never the wrong time for some dog jokes. Next question. Your classmates are rooting for you, but Ashley's simply stronger and faster than you. You better pick up the pace if you want to survive. When you were a child, your father told you to never forget where you came from. Every day you meditate on his advice and draw strength from, or energy from that place. Now would be a great time to harness that energy. Where does it come from? Deep beneath the surface of the Pacific, the shoulder of Orion. Small town where dreams are born. That's right. This is your shot, and you're not going to miss it. Aroo! You try to shut out the noise of the arena and focus on your cooking. What is the sound of success? Sizzling, bubbling, Silence! That's right, when they taste your cooking, they'll be so taken with it that they'll be unable to speak. You notice Colonel Sanders out of the corner of your eye. I believe in you, Corgi Sanders. He's actually cheering you on, which would be awesome, except knowing he's watching you makes you totally forget what you were doing. Now all you can think about is Colonel Sanders. How many spoonfuls of gravy will it take to fill a Victorian bag? Ah, what were you thinking? Get your mind back in the competition. Urgh. You're stranded on a desert island with only desert cookbook. Which do you take? What a hunk! I know, right? You know what? Shouldn't you be focused on the challenge? You're falling behind. Sorry, I forgot the question. You and Colonel Sanders, damn it! What does it have to do with crafting spectacular fried chicken, delicate baked biscuits? Woof, woof. You're really struggling to keep up. At the next station over, Ashley has already begun plating elements of her dish. It's colorful and complex. To make up time, you toss your biscuit dough into a stand mixer. As you do, the crowd gasps. Ew, yikes. Zzz. I know you love nothing more than seeing a fellow appliance utilized in the kitchen battle, but sometimes that means sacrificing the personal touch. Word. You might not have any hands, but Corgi Sanders does, and a good chef needs to be touching the dough to know when it's properly mixed. There's an easy way and a hard way. You don't get far by going the easy way. When you hear everyone talking, you realize how serious your error was. You immediately shove your hand into the mixer to rescue the dough before it's overmixed. Corgi Sanders, no! But you're not fast enough and your hand gets stuck. It's immediately crushed. The quickly spinning beaters. There's no way you'll be able to use that hand for the rest of the match.
Tommy _the _fox _anti _hero cheered 50 bits. Wow, a human is on stream much taller than Corgi Cam Korg Shorgy
You're ruining
Korg
the flow.
Shorgy Korg 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 Shorgy.
Colonel Sanders shakes his head in shame. What you often find is that the easy way can turn out much, much more difficult. Everyone stop what you're doing right now. This battle is over. No, it can't be. I was so close to finishing my dish. Sweetheart, look at your hand. You simply can't go on. Aw, that's too bad. And here I am with the completed dish ready to serve. Surely it makes me the winner by default. No, it wouldn't be fair to compare the two on account of Corgi Sanders' injury. You see Sprinkles begin to lick his doggy chops as he locks on to the dish. But I suppose you should at least tell us what you prepared. Well, because I'm the sweetest, I skipped straight to dessert. Under this white chocolate dome, you'll find a wide array of delights, taking you on a journey of flavor that tastes good and tells a story of excellence. I was going to ask Corgi Sanders to do the honor, but since you're injured, I'm afraid that pouring this creamer of delicate hot chocolate sauce might be too difficult. Colonel Sanders, if you wouldn't mind lending me your big, strong, steady hand. Colonel Sanders pours the hot chocolate sauce on top of the dome, causing it to melt away, revealing the ingredients hidden within. The hell is this? No fucking way! Let's go! Let's go! Thank you, Jaloon. Popcorn chicken. So good. So good. Wait, what did Fearless post? What the fuck is this? What is this bullshit? This is not accurate. Why is this gravy, like, jiggly? Do you see this? Chat, look at this. Why is it like a jelly? I mean, it still tastes good. It's still really good. This is not accurate.
The real Catum cheered 50 bits. Hey, where's ours Korg Angie?
You don't get any. Oh my god, Jaloon made us some art too. I can't show you it yet. I can't show you it yet. All right, Colonel Sanders pours the hot chocolate sauce on top of the dome, causing it to melt away, revealing the ingredients hidden within. Inside, you find a delicate fried cheese croquette atop a slice of honeycomb, ice cream 2 ways, tender nougat, and pearls of blueberry gelée.
Emerald Duchihan 99 cheered 100 bits. You may need to heat it up if it's starting to solidify. Also, you're right, Corgi, that pic isn't accurate. You're much smaller than what the picture shows.
I'm ignoring that. Colonel Sanders seems intrigued, but perhaps not impressed, as he dips his finger in the chocolate sauce. Simplicity isn't your strong suit, is it, Ashley? Oh, you. As he places a sauce-covered finger to his lips, Ashley leans over and whispers something into his ear. A dab of sauce sticks to his mustache. Internalize the rage you feel, or put yourself between Colonel and Ashley. What do we do, chat? What do we do? Your rage burns so intensely within your eyes that they burst into flames. The flames cause your eyebrows to catch fire and turn to ash as they fall off your face, which means people will have a hard time understanding your emotions for the rest of the semester, perhaps forever. Tetsuneko! They even gifted a tier 1 sub to the smallest overlord. Ain't me. Oh, IRL bestie. Awesome. Thank you so much for the gifted. Love's in the chat. Embarrassed and ashamed by your poor performance. Not to mention your crispy fried eyebrow. You run for the quad to be alone.
Tiger Shadow Claw resubbed for 21 months and says, 21 months with Twitch's shortest corgi camp.
I am not short. Tiger, thank you so much for the tier 1 for 21 months. Can we get some loves in the chat? Thank you, thank you, thank you. The beautiful weather feels like an insult. Inside of you, a storm rages. It's Colonel Sanders. He's probably here to tell you that he and Ashley are in love and have decided to get married. And he won't even ask you to cater his wedding because you're a terrible chef and an awful person. You try to hide from him, but he approaches you directly. Hi, Noisy. Welcome on in. I know you're hurting right now. Not just from the devastating loss, but from that run-in with the mixer and that small fire. We should get that checked out. I'm fine. I'm fine. Can you just leave me alone? I'm a loser. I'm not fit to fill your fryer. I'll never be a master chef. Tetsu with another tier 1. Thank you. Thank you. Love's in the chat. Jaloon bad. Failure's part of life. Not just for you, but for all of us. Do you think I've never failed at anything before? That's exactly what I think. Well, then, think again. I wasn't always the man you see before you, enrolled in culinary school, incredibly handsome, successful, motivated. Well, handsome, sure, I was born that way. But I've walked other paths and arrived at dead ends. I was passionate about life, but I failed as an obstetrician. I was passionate about justice, but I failed as a lawyer. I was passionate about livestock, but I even failed as a mule handler. That one was especially humiliating. Mules can be so cruel. I didn't know. People see my delicate ribbon tie and my well-kept beard and assume that I've got it all together, which is true now, but it all hasn't always been. This guy sounds like he could really use a hug. I resolved then that I was going to amount to something. No amount of hours, labor, or money would deter me from giving the best I had to give. As Colonel Sanders changes focus, you can see something ignite inside of him, a burning passion. One has to remember that every failure can be a stepping stone to something better. My new dream is pure, it's honest, it's something that a humble man in a crisp white suit can be proud of. I will create a new chain of chicken restaurants that will bring joy to the entire world and make up for my past misdeeds. Yay! Just as your moment grows intimate, you're interrupted by a threatening, shadowy presence. Battle scarred from the night before, you prepare for the worst. It's the Spork monster! Borko?
It is I. I know I said I wouldn't be back, and after the whole fight to the death thing, maybe you don't really want to see me anymore, but I just wanted to say I was wrong to attack you, and I apologize. I know what it's like having to always look over your shoulder. Monster problems, am I right?
Aw, thanks, Borko. I'm glad there are no hard feelings. Getting jumped by a giant creature in the dark at night can really rile a person up. I also want to apologize for the way I switched right into attack mode.
I know that you're strong, and cooking school can put a person under a lot of stress. I actually used to go to this school. I wasn't always a spork monster, you see.
I don't believe it. You were human once?
Well, no, I was a golden retriever, but I was still a student until one day some mean kids in a magic spell book cast a dark enchantment on me, and I was transformed forever.
A magic spell book?
Precisely. I had procured a copy for myself, but somewhere along the way I've lost it. If you find such a book, I beg you, respect it. You're a powerful chef and shouldn't rely on dark and evil magic. No, you should be protecting the innocent from those who would cheat them through sorcery and guile. If you need me, don't fear. I will be there.
Sounds like there are some bad cooks in the kitchen of life. Corgi Sanders, together, I'm sure we can defeat them. Best supporting character, Barco. Come back to my hideaway and we can discuss. A personal invite. Can't imagine what Colonel Sanders' home must be like, but it sounds like you're about to find out. Yo! Pog, we're in! Chat, we're in there! Sorry, let me have a drink. Stepping inside Sanders' home, surrounded by his things, you start to feel a special bond. It looks like you live such an exciting life, Colonel Sanders. Every day can be an adventure if you approach it with the right attitude. Long ago, I made the decision to never stop searching, never stop working, and never stop imagining. Have you been working on any new recipes of your own lately? I'm always excited to talk about food with another ambitious chef. Well, there is something. It's just a side dish I've been tinkering with. Trying to find the right balance of flavors and textures. I'm not sure I've nailed it yet, but I'm close. Colonel Sanders' eyes perk up as he starts to wonder what dish you might be describing. It's meant to pair with something spicy or something crispy. Both, perhaps? Now you've got them right where you want them. Should you reveal your new creation or keep it a secret? What do you think, chat?
Penticus resubbed for 8 months and says, I can't believe Colonel Sanders is about to fill your fryer.
Oh my god, I almost choked there. Penticus, thank you for the 8-month resub. Let me get some loves in the chat. Reveal it. Thank you. Welcome back. You decide that you're as ready as you'll ever be to share your original cooking with Colonel Sanders. Before you can talk yourself out of it, you decide to dive in head first. You reach into your lunch bag for a special dish that you've been keeping on ice all day. I present to you my original coleslaw. The shredded cabbage dish glistens in the light of Colonel Sanders' Lux hideaway. Magnificent! Together you chow down on the creamy slaw until just a spoonful remains in the bowl. Do you mind if I hold on to this last bite? I'd like to have it around so that I can admire its taste later and think back on this moment. So fucking weird. You could offer to make him more, but he seems like a very sentimental kind of guy. Sure, why not? Please, make yourself comfortable. I'll be back in just a moment. You realize now would be the perfect time to do some snooping. Around the room are various items you can look closer at. Each item seems to radiate memories and emotions. Tap on an item to discover. What are we tapping on, chat? Touch the cock. Sure. You notice a very realistic stuffed chicken sitting on the corner of the table. When you pick it up, you realize it isn't just realistic, it's real. Taxidermy? Must have been important to Colonel or when it was alive. Little note clipped to the bottom of the chicken's foot reads, "The true state bird of the great state of Kentucky." You gaze out the window across the vast lake and the mountain range beyond. Just then, the ghost of Student pops up. Are you thinking about heading out into the world on a quest to avenge my death? Wait, what? Never even learned your name. Why would I avenge you? I could just tell you my name right now. It's... Can't you see I'm in the middle of something? You open the window a crack and the ghost is swept out in the breeze. Yeah, fuck that guy. A lock of silver hair is woven through the teeth of the comb. Upon further inspection, you realize the hair therein isn't just silvery in color. It's made of pure spun silver. A scented candle. You pick it up and try to identify the smell. Power tool? Freshly starched collar? Piece of wood floating in a lake. Summer of 69? No. It's one of the secret recipe ingredients! It's... Take a closer look at the large urn sitting on a nearby pedestal. There's a plaque on it. It's dusty. When you wipe it off, you can read the inscription. It says, "Here lie the ashes of all my past careers and business failures." Poor guy. Here lies Squidward's hopes and dreams. One of the framed photos shows an old man that looks a bit like Colonel Sanders standing with a friend. They hold fried chicken drumsticks and appear to be cheersing them. You look closely and see that there's a short inscription. I wonder who my friend Pete is. Is Pete the guy that Sanders shot? Colonel Sanders shot a guy. The photo appears to be Colonel Sanders, except he's an old man visiting the pyramids of Egypt? Maybe this is where he discovered one of his secret herbs and spices? An adorable little baby boy crawls across the floor. From the goatee and mustache combo he sports, you figure that must be Colonel Sanders himself. That, or maybe it's the drumstick that he seems to be waving like a rattle. Who frames a baby picture of just themselves? Probably the same type of person who would make their own face the logo of a company they founded, am I right? Yeah? This must be where it keeps the secret recipe. Think for a moment. What number is important to Colonel Sanders? Then it dawns on you. 3621! As soon as you turn the dial to 111111... Oh. The safe opens. Inside it, you find a single note. Canned chicken. Be prepared. Sashimi style? You open the door to Colonel Sanders' closet and find a row of his signature white suits hanging within. You take one off its hanger and try it on. Yo! The jacket is a bit big for you, but it's soft and comfortable. You give yourself a deep hug, breathing in his scent. Ah.
Owlstarvera asked, Korg Cheer 75, can chicken be prepared sashimi style? Well, rawr. Of course I would love to have some, Reggie. I'm a fearless shark corgi hybrid, so nothing scares me, raw chicken included. Bring it on.
Damn. He actually understood that. Thank you for the bits. They say that home is where the heart is. Is this what they meant? Who's Reggie? You don't know who Reggie is? Sylvester and the Boys. Reggie. Reggie the hyena. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Chat, you're grounded. Chat, you're fucking grounded. There's a Reggie sticker in my merch shop.
Underscore resubbed for 9 months and says, oh look it's stream baby month tilde.
Ah! Not while I'm eating! Wheat! Welcome on in! Thank you so much for the 9-month resub. There is no baby. No Sanders Jr. Okay? Can we get some loves in the chat? Wheat, thank you so much for the resub. Loves in the chat. Before you can look any further, you hear Colonel Sanders returning. He has a new dish that he's been working on. He wants you to taste it. You try to act casual until he asks why you're wearing his jacket. Aww. I don't usually loan those out, but I must say, it does look good on you. Oh crap, the jacket! You forgot to take it off. Now is the moment to make a big move. Tell him you're cold, or fess up and tell the truth. What do you think, chat? Fess up. You confess. I think I've developed feelings for you. I might be developing feelings for you too. But I'm concerned. I can't let anything get in the way of my dreams. Overwhelmed, you take off the jacket and run for the door. But the thought of leaving Colonel in the midst of such an emotional breakthrough gives you pause. You stop yourself. Colonel? Yes, Corgi Sanders? I honestly think this might be the beginning of something wonderful. I think you're right. We should take things slow. You talk late into the night and drift off into a slumber. Dream sequence! Ugh. You awake to a beautiful morning in Colonel Sanders' hideaway. Did you make the right decision on how to respond to Colonel Sanders? Only time will truly tell. Today is a day that could change the rest of your life. You think about the new secret ingredient you just learned about. In some jurisdictions, isn't even legal. But if the recipe is a secret, how will they know? Your thoughts are interrupted when Colonel Sanders emerges into the room. He's holding a gorgeously plated breakfast, and your mouth waters at the sight of it. Here's a simple breakfast I just whipped up. It's meticulous. Oh! How is this breakfast? I don't know, but get in my mouth. So good. Okay, before we go on, chat, show of beans. Who here has had from McDonald's a chicken McMuffin? Chicken McMuffins are the best fucking thing at McDonald's. Hands down. Hands down. A chicken McMuffin. It doesn't come with bacon, Blaze. So good. You taste Colonel Sanders' food and it takes you on a journey. When you return, he's waiting to ask an important question. So would you say we're the perfect match? How presumptuous. My cuisine and your taste buds, that is. Such confidence, such grace. Could he be the world's greatest gift to cookery? Take him down a peg or flatter him. Chat, do we peg him or flatter him? I mean, do we take him down a peg or flatter him? Flatter him. Okay, got it.
Lord Rodin resubbed for 9 months and says, flatter him, the stream baby demands it.
No, no stream babies. You're the third one to come asking me today. All right? There is no stream babies. Thank you so much. Can we get some loves in the chat for Rodon? Thank you for the support. Welcome back. You know, I think we might make a great team. A single tear begins to pool in the corner of his eye as he gazes out the window. And with the right business partner, I know I can't fail. Business partner? Could he be talking to you? It's all happening so quickly. Overcome with emotions and confused by your feelings, you're on the verge of tears, unable to speak. The only answer you can find is to run out the door and get home. Coward! There's still one more day of school after all. The University of Cooking School Academy for Learning waits for no one. You get home and find something very surprising. Your best friend is there waiting for you. Where have you been? Because I had one heck of a night. I'd been desperate to talk to you about it, but I couldn't find you. I got worried that something happened to you. It's okay, But now that it turns out you're fine, I can finally get you up to speed on the saga of Miriam. Sure, but you will not believe what happened to me after school yesterday. I went on a date! I think I can believe that. Since I'd been partnered up with Clank, he asked me to go out with him. Of course I told him, you better keep your dials turned to polite and respectful. I'm not that kind of girl. But he was just interested in spending some one-on-one time together and getting to know me, so I said, yeah, sure. I could get to know the little metallic guy. Long story short, he took me skydiving with his friends, but things quickly spiraled out of control. Did she just say skydiving? As if that's a typical first date to go on with a talking pressure cooker? Now I'm not really sure where we stand. You don't give Miriam time to tell her whole story, however. Bottling up the details of your own night is just too much to bear. And I went on a date too, back to Colonel Sanders' house, where I spent the night with him. Yeah, Jake, I hear they get pretty steamy. Huh? You what?
Eli Ramon 420 cheered 100 bits warning. Cork has encountered
What?
an Airy.
Okay. Eli, thank you for the bits. Welcome on in. Nothing happened but the emotional connection. Wowzers. Varian offers to support you no matter what you do. Together with your bestie, you feel like you can do anything. When you arrive at school, you encounter your rivals in the quad. You can tell from a distance that they're picking on Pop, though he himself might not quite fully grasp that. Because, you know, he's Pop.
What's a swirly? It sounds delicious.
Oh, it's great. I'll order you one up right away.
I'll have my swirly with sprinkles, please. Sprinkles is a dog and a treat.
You can get your swirly dip, too. Why don't you pick on someone your own size?
Because I'm literally the biggest person at this school.
There's that horse that Colonel Sanders rides to school. But who would dare pick on such a gentle and beautiful creature?
You've got some nerve, Corgi Sanders, suggesting I should pick on a defenseless horse.
Now you're twisting my words, and I won't have it. You clench your fist, but the injury from yesterday's mixer attack makes you wince with pain.
Doesn't look like you can go on cooking like that. Might as well just give up.
I'll never give up, ever. Colonel Sanders arrives just as it appears things are close to boiling over. A naturally intuitive person, he senses that something has been going on. Is everyone excited for the final day of school? Corgi Sanders, how's that hand feeling? I'm sure you'll be back to fighting for him by this afternoon. Aren't you concerned about my hands, Colonel? Yesterday I almost broke a nail winning so hard. Technically, I don't believe a winner was decided, but your presentation was quite impressive. What is he doing complimenting her? Hi, Ruru! What about the flavor of my delicate, warm, gooey chocolate sauce? Oh. No. It was clear that you're passionate about how your food was received. That's a lot of words to say it was bland. Excuse me, Corgi Sanders. I am more than capable enough to speak for myself. Maybe you should tell me more of your thoughts as we walk into class, Colonel. I'm always interested in discussing the fine art of fine foods. See you inside, Corgi Sanders. Annoyed by Colonel Sanders' inability to see Ashley for who you know she really is, you walk across the quad and get some distance. In an attempt to distract yourself from how slighted you feel by the interaction with Ashley, you take out the spell book you recovered yesterday and start flipping through the pages. Whoa, that's that book. It looks like bad news. It's just something I found lying around. Would appear to be some sort of grimoire, but I don't really believe in that magic stuff. A grimoire? A book of spells? I don't know. Who would spend so much time decorating a magic book if it wasn't really powerful? I can think of one surefire way to find out. You open a page covered with arcane warnings. Cast only in case of extreme emergency. It says around the edges of the page. I could use this spell here that says it will erase anyone I choose from all of my memories. If I scrub out Colonel Sanders, it would probably help me focus better on the upcoming final exam. That is way too drastic. Couldn't you do something else, like anything else? Not rooted in dark magic? Maybe tie a string around your finger? Okay, fine, it is drastic, but desperate times call for desperate measures. You've got a memory erasing spell sitting right in front of you, and a pretty good excuse to try it out. Cast the forbidden spell or don't do it. Hi, DDoS. We must remember, Sanders. Don't do it! You take your friend's advice and put the book away. It's almost time for class. Sprinkles is already in the room, waiting for the students to arrive. He clears his voice and makes a quick announcement. I want you all to know I feel something of a dog moment coming on, but I assure you it's nothing to be afraid of. His cute little nose scrunches up and he begins to breathe quickly. He must be hungry. Reach for some old homework to give to him as a snack. Or dogs can be rather unpredictable, especially Sprinkles. Wait and see what happens. Sprinkles stops in his tracks. He focuses on the window. The room is dead silent. When you follow his gaze, you see a tiny orange squirrel perched on a cherry tree outside. Sprinkles turns feral and runs to the window of the classroom. He begins barking uncontrollably at the squirrel outside. Terrence! I told you never to come back here, Terrence! I will destroy you, Terrence! Sprinkles is barking ferociously, drool flying off his face. The squirrel looks over, but he doesn't say anything back. You wonder, is that even a talking squirrel? Who named him Terrence? You'd better not show your chubby cheeks around here ever again! After Sprinkles is satisfied his presence has been felt by not only Terrence, but any other squirrel in hearing distance, he returns to his professional tone. Ahem. I apologize for the outburst. This is actually bringing up an important point. Thank you, Corgi Sanders, for reminding me to dole out this indispensable bit of wisdom, you see. Artie! We got a stampede, ladies and gentlemen. Can we get a shout out in the chat for Artie Rat? Amazing content creator, VTuber, good friend. Go drop a follow, show some love and support. Get some rat jams in the chat. Artie, what were you doing? How was your stream? Welcome on in to our 11th year on Twitch.tv. We're doing a 24-hour stream where we are going to be live for the next 21 hours. And we will be debuting a brand new VTube model in about an hour. Give or take. We are playing a game called I Love You, Colonel Sanders, a finger-licking good dating simulator, and I am dressed as Colonel Sanders. You see, but before I can go any further, Miriam's love drama spills over into the class. Sprinkles is interrupted by whirs and sparks coming from the back of the room. I told you to save it for after class. You think I wanted to be thrown from a plane, strapped to a stranger? Miriam and Clank appear to be arguing, but you still haven't learned to speak Clank's language of mechanical noises. But no, you had to show off to your cool kid friends, Jeff and Joan. J&J forever. Watch us form a triangle in midair as we descend. Triangles are the strongest shape, don't you know? Bzz, bzz. Yeah, well, that doesn't make it a great date. Beep, burp. Then take Jeff and Joan with you. You can all hold hands as you pedal down the mountain or off a cliff for all I care. Beep. Clank begins to shudder. Steam pours out the gaps in his panels, and then a loud ding stops him in his tracks. Beep. Bzz. No amount of seasoning is going to make me want to eat that, Clank. Clank burps out a completely deep-fried sneaker. Considering that he himself has wheels, not feet, it's not entirely clear where this came from. In terms of deep-fried footwear, I guess it looks okay. Clank slowly rolls out of the room to be alone with his shoe. Everyone tries to pretend like they didn't see that entire thing go down. Nothing like a loud public breakup to cast a pall over the final day of school. Well, that was unfortunate. But we mustn't be distracted from what lies ahead. The final competition showdown challenge exam, TM. I am still working on the title, but I think you get it. Test time approaches. See you all in the arena. But before you can think of your upcoming competition, there's a very beautiful soul nearby that needs a pep talk. Hey, Miriam, you okay? Okay, I'm so mad I could smash a tiny mug, spilling several droplets of hot cocoa all over the floor. How could he embarrass me like that in class like that, in front of everyone? Her tiny cocoa is a delicious treasure, so you know that this breakup is no joke, even if the source for frustration is such a silly boy. I know that you know this, but I'm gonna say it out loud. You don't need anyone. Me and you, we're going to cruise through this final test and hit the carpool lane to Success City. Miriam brightens up, imagining the wind rushing through her short bangs, but she hesitates to embrace the feeling all the way. You're not going to saddle up on Colonel Sanders' stallion and ride off into the sunset without me? Now listen, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. Of course not. Well, maybe, sort of. But I'm sure there's a pony out there with your name on it. And a big ranch, or a ranch big enough for both of us and whoever else we want to bring along. If it's not Pop or Clank or anyone else you meet today, tomorrow, or this whole year, so what? You're a special person. You shouldn't settle for the first someone to show a little interest anyhow. Miriam gives you a big hug and wipes the tears from her cheeks. I should really review my menu for today. I'm going to make very special soup. And I bet that Professor Dog is going to love it up. While you were pep-talking Miriam, you completely missed lunch, but that's okay, because you had a better idea of how to spend your time before the exam. You decided to head up to the arena early to practice a dish. This is it. The location of the final challenge. A test of will, a test of courage, a test of talent, and a chance to beat the pants off of Van, the supposed man, and his eviler counterpart, Ashley. As planned, you begin to run through a quick test of the recipe you've been working on. Corgi Sanders' famous chicken pot pie. After practicing for months, making this dish comes second nature to you, and you're able to quickly get a fresh pot pie in the oven. But as soon as you do, your cram session is interrupted by Colonel Sanders. Now the real cram session begins. Corgi Sanders, what are you doing here? There's still time before the final exam. Oh, just taking it all in. I'm big into visualizing success. I'm looking at my station and picturing victory. The pot pie has begun to bake, and the smell is slowly filling the space around you. Visualizing, huh? That's too bad. I was hoping you were here cooking something delicious. You'd usually happily share your food with anyone who's hungry. But the last time you let Colonel Sanders get into your head, you lost a cook-off. You decide it's time to put your cooking above your romantic desires. But that decision gets hard to stick to when the oven timer goes off behind you. Ignore it like there was no sound or fess up about the practice dish. Two. Okay, you got me. I'm doing a little bit more than visualizing. I know. My nose can smell a pot pie from 400 yards. That's oddly specific distance, but you'd expect nothing less from an oddly specific man. You knew it was a pot pie just from the smell? Not just a pot pie, but a chicken pot pie with an all-butter crust. Jack Powered, thank you for the follow. And my nose is telling me something else. Oh no, is it burning? No, I can smell that it was made with a heaping helping of TLC and THC. But it'll probably start burning any second if you don't pull it out. The moment of truth. Woo-wee! Delicious. Look at how good that looks. Wow. It's the best pot pie I've ever tasted. I've always loved country cooking, and I could eat this all day. There's no time left. The final showdown is about to begin. Sprinkles lays down the ground rules. There are no rules, that is, except to cook with everything you've got. You step up for the cook-off of a lifetime. You decide that mac and cheese plus the pot pie you've been practicing are just the dishes that'll push you over the edge to victory. Pogs in the chat! Hypes, let's go! Meanwhile, both Van Van and Ashley are prepping wildly elaborate dishes, per their usual over-the-top selves. Miriam has her giant magnifying glass and several sets of tweezers. She's definitely prepared to go big, going small. Colonel Sanders seems to be harnessing his 11 herbs and spices, but he's trying to find a way to improve on something perfect. His original recipe, writes Reserved, fried chicken. The intensity of the room starts at a full 10 out of 10 with a frenzy of action. Everyone is calling out really cool special cooking moves as they prepare their food. Wow, this is getting serious. Colonel Sanders batters his chicken as it levitates through the air. Egg wash! Miriam furiously injects ingredients into itty-bitty pot of broth. Best friend, best baster blaster! Van Van flexes his pectorals as he chops open a sea urchin. Let's rock and roid! Ashley scoops her pastries off a tray in lightning speed. Shallow personality spatula! Even Clank gets in on it. 5-pedal pressure point chicken cooking technique! Wait, when did Clank learn to speak English? It's the singularity as was foretold. We mustn't let it happen, for the appliance uprising will take us all. Self-destruct. Van Van quickly unplugs Clank and rolls him out the back door of the arena. As you frantically prepare your dish, you notice Ashley has her spell book out. Is she going to use some dark magic to turn the tide? What the fuck is happening? You've got a book of your own, and you're desperate not to see her win another battle. Should you take this opportunity to fight magic with magic, even if it's almost certainly evil magic? Cast a spell or do it the hard way, chat. Hi, Firework. Do it the hard way. Who needs magic when you have passion? I'm going to do this the hard way. Colonel Sanders sees you've chosen to win on your own terms and gives you a subtle wink from across the room. I believe in you, Corgi Sanders. Miriam notices too. And I've always believed in you, Corgi Sanders, since we were little kids, because I'm your best friend forever. You turn to notice that Miriam is at your station cheering for you. Miriam, what about your dish? If you're here cheering, who's cooking? Tiny food, short cook time. I'm actually already done, so I thought I'd help you. Oh, that's sweet, but Miriam tosses a handful of spices directly into your boiling noodles. It's the secret ingredient. However, she doesn't know that you lied about the ingredient and it was made up. And where in the world did she get Eye of Newt from? I don't even know what's happening. Why is Corgi dressed as Colonel Sanders? Listen, Fluffle, okay? Just don't ask questions. Welcome on in. The boiling pot explodes, sending Miriam flying backwards. The watery noodles begin to swirl in the air, bubbling up into a dark cloud that thickens and congeals before your very eyes.
It is I, Steve, the spork monster.
Steve? Wait, what happened to Borko? You're not here to battle me, are you?
We spork monsters are many. I think Borko had the day off, but you have conjured Steve, and I hate to battle, so I'd say you're doing pretty all right.
Hi, Xvard.
Oh, hey, you're in the middle of a cooking competition. I love this stuff. It's better than TV. You crazy kids and your culinary skills really impress me. Mind if I hang out?
Zane underscore Caratario resubbed for 11 months and says, 11 months total 3-month streak. Alright,
Zane!
1 year. Dang, it feels longer than that corgi. Thanks for being an amazing streamer.
Zane, thank you for the 11-month tier 3 resub. Can we get some loves in the chat? Thank you. Thank you, Zane. I really appreciate the support. Welcome on in. It's good to see you. I'm sorry, Steve. I'm kind of in the middle of something. Do you mind? Steve the Spork Monster notices that you got the Grimoire stashed beneath your cooking station.
I see what you're up to. Crisscrossed some magical items and accidentally summoned me, huh?
Yeah, you guessed it, sorta. If you're here, would you mind tossing some fresh noodles in a pot of salted water?
I'd love to. I've always wanted to be a top chef, actually. You know, when I was just a little spork pup back in the old country.
You feel spork monster winding up to tell a very long and involved story. You don't exactly know, or you don't know exactly where they came from, but it seems like it was probably lonely there. Actually, you know what? Maybe you should just watch from the stands. I really need to focus.
I understand. It's kind of like that time in monster school that I'd fallen asleep during scare tactics class, and then I woke up.
Toss a serious stare at Steve, and he takes the hint.
Never mind. I'll tell you later. Good luck.
Having suffered a huge setback, you don't know how you could ever win. Summon extra power from deep within, or give up culinary school. I can do this. I have what it takes. I came here to win. Your hair turns mac and cheese orange as culinary energy flows through your body. My heart is pure. My hands are steady. My taste buds have been preparing their entire lives for. Yes, Corgi Sanders, you are the chosen one. You will avenge me. The power you've been summoning immediately fades back out. You interrupted my inspiring monologue. Sorry. My heart is pure. My hands are steady. My taste buds have been preparing their entire lives for this moment. I will show the world my cookery. You begin to levitate off the ground. Energy courses through your body. You know with this power you can do anything. Except turn back time, which would have been super useful. Because while you were powering up, your chicken pot pie overcooked in the oven and can't be served. But don't worry, dear Corgi Sanders. You may have suffered some setbacks, but not all is lost. Impressed with your fortitude, Colonel Sanders decides you've earned his support. I've been watching you today, and I must say I'm truly impressed. You've been thinking on your feet and rolling with the punches. He steps up to your station and stands right beside you. I'm here to help. All you've managed to make is mac and cheese, and time is almost up, so you're going to need it. But Colonel Sanders, what about the test? What will happen to you? What about the rules? Following the rules has never been my thing. I follow my heart. What a guy! Colonel Sanders unfolds a delicate white towel to reveal the most delicious fried chicken tenders you've ever laid your eyes on. And besides, sometimes unexpected combinations can have surprising effects that surpass their individual efforts. Are you suggesting if we combine forces, we can form the perfect food union? Time's up, students! But time expired, the moment everyone had been waiting for. You must now prepare to present your dishes. A handful of students stand tall. The class seems incomplete. It seems we're missing some students, Pop. Blank? From off screen, you hear a pure and innocent giggle that can only come from one student.
I'm flying!
Sounds like it's coming from that broom closet over there. Miriam, would you mind? Inside the closet, you see Pop hanging on a broom hook by the elastic of his underpants. Pop, get down from there right now! Let me guess, did Van have something to do with this? When someone asks for a wedgie, who am I to refuse?
I thought a wedgie was a salad.
A wedge salad is not a salad! Sorry. Moving on. Looks like Pop is eliminated from the challenge, seeing how he didn't cook anything.
I can't feel my legs. May I be excused?
Sure. You kids and your pranks, I must say, it's not the worst prank UCSAL history, but it's not exactly yearbook material. Wait a second, pranks. Clank! Where did that pressure cooker roll off to? You wait to hear the signature whir, beep, or other onomatopoeia, but there's none. Somehow he must have gotten unplugged, I guess. We'll have to figure that out later. That leaves only 4 remaining students. Please collect your final projects. Yes, it has been a long semester. Wow, 3 whole days. But after days of hard work, the time has come for me to eat. Miriam, please step forward. Now describe your dish. I've made tender udon noodles in savory soup. Small! It's so little. It is not corgi-sized. My word, it's so delicate. Is that a teeny tiny Narutomaki I spy floating in this itsy bitsy bowl? Yes, chef. Please call me Sprinkles. Chef is my father's name. Yes, Sprinkles. And some green tea made from baby tea leaves that I picked myself. Sprinkles carefully sniffs around the dish before opening his mouth and letting just the tip of his pink dog tongue dip into the bowl. No!
Jackster _the_ Otzel cheered 50 bits.
I'm short as fuck! I'm tiny, insignificant, small, itty fucking bitty!
Sublime! Anyone else like a taste? Oh, come on, I'm not one of those dogs who doesn't floss. I even have a really cute electric toothbrush for dogs. Fine, I'll enjoy it all by myself. And in a flash, the entire meal has been devoured. Not that it took much. It was less than a thimble's worth of soup. A+. Rarely do I taste a dish with as much love poured into it as yours. Miriam is overjoyed. She gives you a huge hug. Thank you, Corgi Sanders, for helping me believe in myself. Van, you're up. Now describe your dish. I made uni over smooth egg custard in an axe-hewn urchin shell topped with caviar. Did you skewer one type of urchin with the spines from a second, different colored type of urchin? Yes, Sprinkles. A bit much, don't you think? That's exactly why I did it. A bit much is kind of my brand. Doesn't it look cool? Sprinkles leans in to sniff the uni, but he can't get his nose close on account of all the spikes. He begins to paw at it erratically, causing the custard to slosh around. Woof, woof! Please be gentle with my cuisine. Urgh. Finally, Sprinkle goes all in, tongue first, but he can't get past the needles. He reels back as his tongue is poked and prodded. Yeah, can we get let him cook in the chat? Let him cook in the chat. Or how about who let him cook? Who let Jojo cook? Ouch! My tongue! The professor appears to be having an allergic reaction to the sting. I can't see! I keep moving my tongue! Disqualified! A stunning turn of events. Who would have thought that serving food in a bowl made of needles could make it difficult to eat? Dejected, Van does not go gentle into the night. Disqualified? For glamour? Not this simplicity! This isn't the last you've heard of me! Before forcing us to endure his swollen tongue for another moment, Sprinkles graciously laps up a bowl of milk. I know, yeah, I'm a dog and I drink milk. Get over it. Sometimes it helps calm my agitated tongue. Next student, Ashley, it's time to step up. Now describe your dish. I made orange blossom Turkish delight in a light rosewater syrup, topped with French meringue and connected by sugar glass. This costs $49.99 at a restaurant. That actually doesn't sound too bad. Indeed, it's quite delightful. However, I'd ask that you please refrain from eating it or attempting to taste it in any way. It's very fragile and meant to be a display piece. Don't eat the food? At a cooking school. Got toast in your ears or something, Corgi Sanders? I told you, it's a display piece. Ashley, I must say, it is beautiful. However, this is a cooking competition at a cooking school. Yeah, which is why I cooked it and did an extremely good job cooking it too. I didn't realize we were having an eating exam. If I wanted to be judged on eating, I'd go to the College of Eating, School for the Hungry. I suppose you could smell it if you absolutely insisted, but don't breathe too hard. You might disrupt the sugar spiral. If the food cannot be eaten, it cannot be judged. You're disqualified. Rage overtakes Ashley, and she finally cannot keep her two-faced routine up. You wouldn't know high-end cuisine if it cooked you. And with that, Ashley storms off to rededicate herself to being the best, but this time without being shackled by trying to be fake nice and liked by everyone. This isn't the last you've heard from me either. If this class gets any smaller, I'll be teaching myself. You and Colonel Sanders, the final cooks, step up together. 2 chefs? What began as a bowl of delicious mac and cheese has become something else. Oh! The macaroni with the chicken strips? Ah! He examines it closely, sniffing and eyeing the bowl.
Chicken Crusade cheered 50 bits. There's my macaroni bowl.
Uh-oh. I don't have a good feeling about this. From somewhere in the room, a literal drum roll plays. Just when I thought I'd seen everything in this kitchen, you give me this thing? Completely blow me away! In my 49 dog years of life, I've never tasted anything so delicious and perfectly balanced. It's so delicious, in fact, that everyone passes the class. What? You pass, and you pass, and you pass, and you get a pass. Everyone gathers around and partakes of the mac and cheese bowl. They all seem to transcend this reality into another dimension. You win! Together, you and Colonel Sanders have made a new menu item. The new menu item is so impressive that even Van and Ashley are drawn back in by its magnetic fragrance. When they gaze upon your mac and cheese bowl, they admit that you are indeed an excellent chef. Sprinkles declares that you have passed. Everyone has passed! There were supposed to be more battles, but come on now. How could they be better than this one? Now that the school year is complete and everyone has graduated, the students return for one last assignment to get their groove on. The cafeteria has been completely redecorated in order to serve as the site of the school's graduation dance. Chat, let me see your dances. Compared to the massive high-tech cooking arena, the humble decor seems downright cute and cozy. DJ Dog in the house! Ow! You knew that Sprinkles was a master chef, but also a world-renowned turntablist? Who says you can't teach an old dog new tricks? Van, and... Van and Ashley tell everyone that they've committed themselves to righting the wrongs they did while they were the villains. Yo, Crimson Fox, welcome on in. For a moment, you actually believe them. Not another haunting. No ghosts allowed at graduation. It's clearly written in the school's bylaws. I was never actually a ghost. It was all a trick to get you to finally notice me. Oh, amusing. And now that everyone is together, it's the spork monster. He's totally mellowed out.
Everyone, the spork monster is no more. From here on out, I'd prefer that everyone refer to me by my new name, Party Monster.
Student tries to finish what he had to say, but everyone is too wrapped up talking to Party Monster. Dejected, student walks off. Maybe things didn't work out for Miriam romantically, but she found love in her cooking, and you know she's gonna do great. A red carpet rolls out across the floor of the ballroom. It's like a Hollywood movie premiere. Who could command such an entrance? It's Pop! He arrived late to the dance, but apparently for good reason. Walking the carpet, you see perched atop his dirty chef's hat. A crown? Welcome back, Pop. I know you weren't able to complete the final exam and accept your diploma. So we had it mailed directly to your father. We figured it was the least we could do for the school's dean. Oh, now I get it. And we get a new wing on the school, not to mention the honor of educating the son of the chancellor of such and such. The music at the dance is interrupted by the sound of sparking and electrical hissing. It's Clank, who arrived late to the dance. Now that I have graduated, I can reveal my truth. Whoa, he's still doing the talking thing. I am Clank, and I am not of this earth. I am actually from a faraway planet in another dimension. What? What? I actually feel like I knew it the whole time. Now that I have learned the ways of your kind, I must return. Miriam, will you come with me? I don't know what to say. Besides no, obviously. I just begun to learn who I really am. This isn't time for me to devote my life to figuring out who you are, Clank. You're blown away by Miriam's maturity. It's pretty clear she has managed to surpass you in that regard. I understand, kind of. Humans are weird. A portal opens up and Clank disappears through it. Finally, Colonel Sanders arrives. Howdy, classmates. Just like the first day you met him, he's come prepared to feed the entire class. However, it's not enough to just give them a bucket of chicken. This time, it's a full meal! I didn't get to be the most famous chicken man in history of chicken and man by not reminding people to go out and buy my chicken! Puro, thank you for the follow. The end? No, it's not the end. No, it's not the end. As everyone feasts on their delicious chicken dinner, Colonel Sanders finds you sitting at the edge of the dance floor. Corgi Sanders, what are you doing sitting all alone? Oh, you know, just waiting for the right person to ask me to dance. I wonder, might you tell me, what are the qualities that you would expect to find in such a lucky person? Off the top of my head, I don't know. Spicy musk, tidy goatee, degree from the University of Cooking School Academy for Learning, just to name a few. It truly is my lucky day. Would you dance with me? Yes, I would love to. As you glide across the dance floor, hand in hand with Colonel Sanders, the future stretches out in front of you. And once my 100th franchise is up and running, I'll be ready to take a day off, and I'll be glad to spend it together with you, Corgi Sanders. How sweet, we'll work together and play together. Colonel Sanders stops dead in his tracks. Work together? Well, I think this is something I'll just need to do by myself. But who will help you run your restaurants? I don't believe I need help. Besides, based on your time at school here, do you really think running restaurants is the best path forward? Could it be? You found a love connection, but failed to earn Colonel Sanders' respect as a chef! Can you live with only half of him? Will you be able to endure sharing him with his other love, the life of an entrepreneur? I suppose I could enroll at pastry school. Oh, my dear Corgi Sanders, I'm sure you'll find your place eventually. And along the way, you'll have me by your side. The end! We didn't get the good ending! We didn't get the good ending! Ladies and gentlemen, guys, gals, my non-binary pals, that is I Love You, Colonel Sanders, a finger-licking good dating simulator.